I'm George Liddle, and this is part 3 on the DVX22. We're in the back of the boat now where the storage boxes, battery box, and live well all come together. I'm going to start off with the battery box, which you can put 5 batteries in the bottom of the boat. A lot of people are doing that if they have a Rado or if they just want an extra battery to make sure their electronics stay fully charged. So that's in the center of the boat, once again staying with the theme of keeping the weight in the center. Storage boxes on port and starboard side. Once again, we've got our water evacuation troughs built in to each one of these, stainless steel locks, the weather strip, and our striker plate. Now, you can put, I'll use a 3700 tackle box, something that most people will recognize and probably own. You can put 32 3700 tackle boxes in both of these boxes here in the back, if that gives you some type of an idea of how much storage we have using these 2 boxes, 32 3700s. We also have the ability to put 8 more 3700s in our storage here in front of the live well. We have 2 boxes. You can put 4 boxes in each one. So now we're up to 40 boxes from here back, 40 3700s in the back of this boat. That's a lot of tackle, that's a lot of storage. So now we're going to talk about the live well. This is truly innovative. For fresh water, there's no one out there that is doing this, and we call it the Intensive Care Livewell. The live well has 2 functions. First function is you'll put the valve on normal, and it will do just that. It'll act like a normal live well. It'll fill up 75%. It will recirculate. It will do everything that a good live well does. Where it goes to intensive care is when you switch the valve to full. Once you switch it to full, now the pump kicks in and fills this live well all the way up to about 1/4 inch from the plexiglass lid. Now we've got a live well that's completely full. And what that does is the fish aren't going to get thrown around. They're not going to, in a long boat ride, a rough boat ride, they're not going to get thrown forward and back and up and down. Because the live well is full, they're going to have a very comfortable ride in the worst conditions. This is a true innovation to what we're bringing to multi-species. Okay, now we've actually put the cooler back here behind the windshields, back here where you really need it, where you're going to use it. When you come back and sit down and it's time to go from point A to point B, that's when you want a drink or you want a sandwich or whatever. So being back this far, this was the perfect spot to put the cooler. It just made perfect sense to do that. And a byproduct of that, by moving this back here, we gained the space to have that 8-foot box in the front on the port side. We also have a gel-coated storage box on this side, and you could use this for storage. You could also use it for a cooler. But in this boat, we have an optional raw water washdown system, and if you were to get that, that's where you'll find that option. Every DVX boat has a set of handrails behind the windshield. We have the standard set here, but you can also get extra long set for guys who like to put their rod holders on there. But you do get a standard set of stainless steel handrails on every DVX. Lots of things going on in the back of this boat, and we're not done yet. I'm going to go ahead and get out and walk around to the transom. All right, we're back here at the transom now, and this is a very innovative part of the boat. This is a control panel. So the way I explain this is when you're done with your day, you're putting your cover on your boat, you get back here to where you're rolling your cover back, open up your control box here, and this is the main breaker. So you'll turn that off, so the power will be out. This is your battery charger plug. So you'll pull that out, plug in your battery charger, and once that's plugged in, you'll get a reading right here on the gauge to how much juice that's actually drawing. This boat has a 5-battery system, so we have an extra charger in here, and that's what you're looking at here. Here's the remote drain plug. Obviously it's out. Instead of crawling under the boat to get the plug out, it's very easy to access here. Really, really excited about what we've done with just one little section of this boat. Here is our boarding ladder, our stainless steel boarding ladder. Everybody's got to have a ladder. And we thought being able to hide it or being able to store it and actually have a ladder that's functional were a couple of the things that were important. When it's deployed, you'll get a light on the dash in your switch panel that tells you the ladder is deployed, so you won't take off and be dragging the ladder with you. So simply put it back in place, the light goes off, and you're free to go. Below the ladder, you'll see the trim tab. Every DVX22 has trim tabs on the boat as standard equipment. What we are building here is the best riding boat, period. And on a 22-foot boat that carries 60 gallons of gas, and you might carry 2 people one day, you might carry 4 people, you might carry 6 people, you might only have 20 gallons of gas. You may have a kicker, or you may not have a kicker. What I'm getting at here is there's so many different ways to weight this boat. By adding trim tabs, you're going to get the absolute best ride, no matter the condition, no matter how the boat's weighted. If it's 4-foot waves, or in some cases you won't even have to use the tabs. But putting them on here standard is just another step to giving you the best product out there, bar none. Something that you'll visually see on the DVX quickly is there's no splash well. And we did that to even have a taller, stronger transom. Every boat gets a manual setback plate, and that's how we bolt the engine on. So this transom has the ability to put power poles on or talons on. Any shallow water anchor can be bolted directly to this transom. You don't need brackets. The transom is built to take just bolting on a power pole to the transom without any worry of voiding a warranty. The DVX series of boats is very kicker friendly. The 20 and 22, the kicker can be mounted on the port or starboard side. The 19, you have to put it on the port side. But regardless, if it's a Mercury, a Yamaha, an Evinrude, we can rig your kicker. Tiller, remote, they're very, very easy for us to do, or even can be done in the dealership. Lastly, here in the back of the boat, I get a lot of questions on what the heck is that? And that is, we have a fancy term for it. It's the water evacuation station. This is the bilge pump, the live well pump, and the extra bilge pump. This is where the water exits the boat. But once again, you know, what was good enough isn't good enough anymore, so we had to actually dress that up too. So now, remember to check back in. Number 4 is coming up. Randy Hopper is going to talk about everything under the water on a DVX.